What is going on, everyone? My name is Boyt and I'm back with some more Age Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the top of the map in the blue color, playing as Zeus. His name is Skady. His opponent today in the red color, sticking it out with Hades for pretty much this entire series so far. Or he has so far stuck it out with Hades. His name is Player. He's from the TSM clan. He's in the red color. What more can I say? What more can I say? The map is Anatolia. And it's currently 2-3 in this best of 9. So it is first to 5 basically here. So we'll see if TSM Play can win the next 3 games-ish, or if Skady can just win 2 of the next couple of games to get the win. We do see the Catastropus harass from both players here. Whoa. Yeah, okay. They're both harassing each of the villagers. For some reason, players dock just a little bit late here. We do see Skady's dock just a little bit late here. But player's dock is nicely placed right next to these fishies. Feeling good. Feeling fancy fresh. Fancy fresh is the word today. We've seen this matchup before. But in the first game, it was Poseidon versus Hades. Now it's Zeus versus Hades. And Zeus is sort of like Poseidon in this matchup, except objectively better. Almost in all metrics of this matchup for things that matter. Because the bonuses which Poseidon gets on this map, which is Dionysus, which is that's cheaper stables, get counteracted hugely by the fact that Zeus gathers favor fast, has 15 starting favor, which is another Skylar, or even like earlier cavalry upgrades, and then you also get access to Athena, which is huge. I mean, you might want to go Hermes, but we'll see what these guys do. We'll see if it's a relatively similar game to the last game, if these players can rework their build orders here. Player still hasn't sent his villager over to the top of the map just yet. He's going to be fishing this out very, very quickly. Once you get 7 villagers on wood, you need to send that next villager over to the water there to get that next dock up, so you can get your ducks going well, man. Your fish coming out. Fish coming out, very, very important. Getting 18 fish. Skady did do an interesting strat in the first game where he put docks kind of all over the map, snuck a dock down the bottom of the map here, and then used that for his advantage, but couldn't kind of hold on in the late game or even hold on to the water. So we'll see what he's going to try here. And yet again, Skady getting aggressive with the Catastropus here. The Catastropus at 26 HP. Dies very fast to the villager. What I like to do when my opponent's harassing me here is I jab once and then immediately turn back so that I don't move away. If the Catastropus stays, I jab again, turn back. And you do one jab at a time. And that's kind of the best way to deal with it, because if you try and keep jabbing, he's going to pull you away from the dock and get what he wants. Because the Catastropus generally doesn't matter if it's 1 HP or 70 HP, still getting what he needs. So getting the value in here. It looks like Skady does have an idle fishing ship here for some reason. Needs to get that one over here. He's going to build another fishing ship. Cancel it. It's not worth it, Skady. No. And both players are going to be throwing up their docks over here. This is the double dock by Skady. This is the correct way to do it. But still no. Well, he has the temple up. Going to be advancing fairly soon. Going for a 5-minute advance time here. A little bit fast. No fishing ships on this top side, but we'll see if it works out for him. He is grabbing all of the wood income. Only 4 villagers on gold. Normally you see 7 villagers on gold here, but obviously I think Skady still wants to pump these fishing ships out. He might want to get hand axe and pickaxe. No upgrades. TSM player, on the other hand, also going Athena. Looks like a little bit behind. What's this? 30% to 47%. So a whole villager behind, it looks like. So a 515 for player. Still building the fishing ships out. Needs to get out another couple. Well, obviously you want to get out another 6 there, but any more is good. See how they go. We do see that the Catoscopus has been sniped here. TSM player will lose his, but a healthy amount of docks now for Skady. Just going for the calm 4 docks here. It's good. No, you put 7. Mango says in as 6 on gold. No, you put 7 villagers on gold because you want to get an early purse scene out. In fact, it might even be more than 7. Can't remember. I'm not the best Greek player in the world. But I mean, if you're not going for pursing and instead going for aggressive, then maybe 6 is fine, but I don't know. Minotaur moving forward for Skady. Going to be looking for something to do with it. We do see that TSM players, Minotaur's also moving forward. Skady getting his purse scene out. He's got 15 fishing ships right now. Skady with 16. Also, player with 15. Skady with 16. But I still don't think Skady's got his purse scene. So this is huge. If you don't get purse scene, your opponent effectively will have 3 to 4 fishing ship on top of you effectively in efficiency, basically. Which is a lot of extra stuff, basically. You see that the trireme coming in, this fishing ship going to be trying to steal this spot. The SM player a little bit slow on the trireme production, so Skady's going to get some early value here, but obviously this means that Skady's not grabbing his purse scene, which is fine. You just play defensive still underneath your docks. You'll eventually be able to recoup your losses. See what TSM player does here. How are the armor, the economic upgrades here for players? Just got a hand axe. So that's about it. Ajax coming in, going to be able to try and pick off the Minotaur here. Does a lot of damage. Meanwhile, the Jason gets hit by the trireme. Cheeky by player to just get him just in range of the water there. More trireme coming out for player. Skady looking to make a move in. All fighting on this one side. We just see one trireme on the top. You can come in and push off this fishing spot down at the back there, I guess. Any spot where there's no docks is a good spot to attack. We do see the trireme hitting this over here. Nice play by Skady to hit that one there. TSM player very short on gold here. Skady, on the other hand, also short on gold. Does he have pickaxe? Yeah. Needs to get more villagers here. This is... And it will be able to advance, but you can see the big difference in food just because TSM player got early purse scene. Got 1,100 food compared to Skady, who's got 900 food. Both players have basically just been getting villagers here. So it's a big, big difference. The problem here for a player is there's just not enough villagers on gold. I don't know, maybe better to get an early shaft mine here is... Well, not early, but like a semi-fast shaft mine is... As Greek, so you get the gold out to advance, because it's going to be a... It's going to be a 9-minute or 9:30. I feel like you can get an 8:30 here while playing defensive. But nice push here from Skady to win the top side of the water. Something like TSM player has to defend here fairly nicely. Skady happily trading underneath 2 docks. Finally, we see TSM player coming up with his units here. Jason turns around, going to immediately target this. We do see a bolt here. The Minotaur gets turned back here before whacking the other one away. 22 HP. It's going to live. But the dock will go down very, very fast here, and there's only one more dock to take down. So Skady will take the water here on the top side. TSM player, on the other hand, going through Aphrodite. What's Skady going through? Just about to click up Apollo. Wants to build a couple more villages here. Probably shouldn't have. But Apollo versus Aphrodite will favor the Apollo if the underworld stays up, because you get that mobility. But if TSM player can kill off that underworld, it's going to be very difficult. I am a little bit surprised to see no Dionysus though from Skady, but Apollo is not a bad choice here. Not a bad choice at all. However, for TSM player, what I want to see is basically just try and go for a center position here. The gold mines are well spread out though. All around here. Skady grabbed his first seat. He has grabbed his first seat, so he's in a good position here. We just see the trireme are mostly sniped here. That's crazy. Meanwhile, some docks down the bottom have been just thrown up for player, just to be cheeky. The trireme trying to make a push through for Skady. Fighting underneath 2 Hades docks here. 4 trireme against was this 9 trireme of Skady. It's almost better for the Hades player to fight this, because these docks here are basically worth 2 trireme apiece. There's the second town center for Skady, who just hits the heroic age. Player on the other hand, what's he going for? Second town center is up. Very few villages available. He does have a lot of goat here, so he can transition onto land economy if he wants. Skady, on the other hand, wants to get at his Heracles. I don't know if he needs that to deal with, deal with the Nemean line that's here. We just see the Manticore get sacrificed for scouting. Plus, the Minotaur does go down, but will Skady be able to get this with just a Heracles? I don't think so. He's starting to build some units though. We see a market coming up for Skady. Probably going to start some trade route. A little bit of a Matrius market. You want to try and wedge that right up against the shore if you can. Now the Nemean line coming around does hit these villages. They do get pushed off the town center, but Skady coming in with his Jason and his Minotaur. The Nemean line still going after villages. Jason, a decent unit here to deal with the Nemean line, but it does take a while to take it down. So the Nemean line is going to get a couple of villager pickoffs for sure. And we see Curse coming down, picks off a lot of units. There's still 2 villagers left, but the Jason will finally take down the Nemean lion as Odysseus Heracles coming through, plus more units to boot. TSM player getting a third town center behind this, then throwing up his stables and his archery ranges. We see some Pentaconta coming out for TSM player. Not a bad unit to raid fishing ships with. It's relatively cheap, 7 speed, can run straight passings and even take them out if they want. It's more than enough damage here to take these triremes out. And running away with them is not going to do all too much. So they've got less speed, you see. The Pentacontas for TSM player coming on the top side as well. I missed this completely. Now Skady is shorted food income. Ish. Still got a little bit to come because he's still got this here, but these Pentacontas are going to move forward and player is happily going to trade this. I think, because he can just play defensive here. He's sort of got a gold mine. This is a big amount of food advantage for TSM player, and I imagine it'll translate fairly decently into an earlier Mythic Age. But Skady going to be 3 town centers to players 3 town centers now. Meanwhile, the Pentagon just come in and just destroy these fishing ships so fast. We'll take down the dock fast as well. The market up for player. Both players not comfortable putting their market next to the water there. Maybe because they're afraid that a siege ship will be there, but just build 2. One here maybe. I don't know. You see the villagers getting sniped here. Nice raid by Skady. This gold mine is not the one you should be going for. Not at all. This one down here feels very, very nice. We see Sultan 4. No, Sultan 4 for player. It's a very big mistake there because it's a lot of resources, potential resources he could have had. And it's still not coming through, even though we're still building fishing ships. Sometimes I forget about it because you're like, oh, I've already got my fishing ships. But it's not good. Can't be forgetting about those upgrades. You do see that Skady is dead set on taking this topside water back with his own Pentacontas here. Let's see if TSM's going to react to it, or player's going to react to it. Finally getting Sultan 4. He's deciding not to do anything here with that in regards to that. Just go, okay, you can have it. Fortress going up in the middle of the map. More villagers getting pumped out. Skady should be able to advance to the next age fairly soon. He's getting a lot of food here. He's got husbandry. He's got good armory. Oh, sorry, good economic upgrades. Still not making a trade route, but that'll be fine. It's not that important here. I tell a lie. The gold situation for Skady is really bad. He needs to get this fortress up to secure this gold mine. So he may actually need the trade, but he's going to go for the Mythic Age here. He's just about to run out of gold. So maybe go Mythic Age and then 3 markets and then make that quick trade route. Could be an option for Skady. But player's now 145 or 145 population, just about to go Mythic Age himself here, I think. See how it goes. Hippocon going down. The village is sniping. Nice play from player in order to pick off all these villages here. This fortress is going on very slowly. Now Skady's going Hera here. Oh, I like the Hera. I like it a lot. Because that's going to allow him to make a big push onto this gold mine or onto this gold mine. But it is very all in. If he doesn't get the gold star, it's going to be dire. And I just want to take it back. The trade's already started for player, so he's kind of totally fine. How many donkey caravans? He's got 6 donkey caravans, so he only needs another 14 or so to just give up on the gold completely. And he will be advancing through Artemis here, not Hephaestus. Both of these guys going for some almost off-meta gods in this situation. The Artemis kills off this whole location, and it makes sense for player to do this, because if he gets control of this, he gets control of the gold mine and this gold mine over here. And I think player realizes that it's a very real possibility for him to win the game right off of the earthquake, but I don't think he's going to realize that Hera is here, so it's almost going to do nothing. Meanwhile, Skady moving in to hit these villages while TSM player hits Skady's villages. Nice pickoffs here for both players. We do see the Zom getting thrown down. Sentinels here. I'm missing one of them, unfortunately. There's Hera. Where's the lightning storm coming in over here? Picks off a lot of these units. Gets off most of them, but I think the placement was slightly off here. He does pull away without losing like pretty much all the units, which he should have. But there's the Medusa, good counter for the Chimeras. There's not going to be many of them getting made, I don't think, especially against Hera. Meanwhile, TSM was that an Underworld? Underworld coming in onto this location, hitting the fortress here. Nice play, villagers coming through as well. Meanwhile, we see the Medusa over here getting sniped. Even Medusa has crush damage. There you go. The more you know. This fortress is trying to get taken down, but I'm not sure it will. Villagers coming in for Skady as well, and players just going to happily hit restoration here to help out with the fortress. Like Chimera here as well. Earthquake coming down on this location. Doesn't kill the Underworld because restoration comes in clutch. Oh, restoration. The classic, and Skady taps out because he cannot kill the fortress here. It's looking like players just too far in front. Probably not going to be able to get the fortress back up to get this gold mine with all these units moving in. Nice play from player though. Really strong economy. Well played dealing with losing this water initially before coming back and forcing Skady onto it. And Skady's got 12 population of units here on this water. And that could have been the difference here to take down this fortress for sure. 12 units on this, or even 6 units on this would have helped out a ton here. Probably even getting a Petropolis out as well. Damn. Well played by player though. Manages to run away with this game. Up to 3 games apiece here. Leveling the series. We're now in, is this best of 3 territory? Just win 2 more games and you win. If you're enjoying these games, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.